Right, Abusia, the case between Attorney General and the OSP no egusua ekoso na ene asemwa Ghana for dodo na ebisa ne se ede be importi na NDC for isrontia omopese omugu the office of the special prosecutor na nado danko akufuado ede bae se ede betu krata sihye ene proye asi na eno na Dr. Kwabra Domfe Kabila ene Chairman General Kwame on Kokroko show edi nsem bebre edi egu apronso ebiebie nsem so die ntia NDC awiata so se die tie bia no ese so mutimi collapse sa office no na niama omopese omoye no omatumi aye ni nyina no wa biebie nsem so papa nya asem ketua yengibre na ekuti nsem ni bi na yenkyere ya adwen
Kwame Oshe ye manyi ya bakosemu a ketasche ni proye according to the Constitution 1992 copy makokra JK Bonfena de Mami. This one, it was a complimentary copy from then NCCE boss Larry Bimi. Ntina aye that's answer be that's kutano. I worship it. On my etias say Attorney General I was also a Minister of Justice. Or no, any baby and nim amayakon, ketashe, any proye, any nema. With assigns like Ghana Police Service, investigative agencies, no, any other. Chairman General, you didn't come to the extent say, say, Attorney General, no, or no, entimin consadiano. If I come shall say, Attorney General office, no, yen check any Ministry of Justice room. And no dance here said Papa Tiase. His Excellency John Adekunku even attempted say decouple Ministry of Justice from the Attorney General office. Yeah. Throw the crowd to her, the Nanka Oko Attorney General, and the Oko Ministry of Justice until the attention was drawn to say Attorney General no Osha Article 88.1 now he shall be a Minister of State. Binding. Into Chemua and fast forward, Professor Mills, Kwame. Yeah. Obakaya, this debate went on. Emma, look like a bina Professor Mills behind the scenes authorize announce Aremeya investigations in the courtrooms. I know the science expose nearby, no, APP mu. Kwame, ye dimwa no nkomodie 2016. A course be say, as I say, create a special officer or Ketasheni Proye, especially for political actors. Sabreno CSOs, and Yomu Jimupa, into Yenya, Occupy Ghana for, yeah, and Mineral Pedi is uncommanded to bomb for no. Challengena Omudimwa Nanyamiadum, Mampani Akufuado, obey Mampani no so muso obey. Inti kita hudie omukoko mwa Chairman General. Yeah. Ena yakoye draft office of special prosecutor bill. Now this is where I need to make this point clear. Telling. Right from the onset, Kwame, may any Ghana for binom the late Justice J.N.K. Taylor NNAD were free mudie, but we derived inspiration from article B or Troye in the Legislative Alert, August 1993, the unconstitutionality of the Serious Fraud Office Bill. And then my friend Yoko no, and in Komoyi cry no ni from bino eko, but let's deal with the OSP. Yemu bino ka say, adiana na yesi yebeye no. Ushemwa, at the heart of it, ebe amende article 88, particularly clause 4. And they binum say they don't agree or they think say you can go about creating an independent officer. Now, ubetumi as a young office for Kwame and yet same as say what amend Article 88.
Article 88 clause 4. All offenses prosecuted in the name of the Republic of Ghana shall be at the suit of the Attorney General.
Thank you.
Or any other person authorized by him in accordance with any law.
Thank you.
Bachotosum.
Nanya nunkwa. Sa office no had also been given powers to arrest, like the police service article 200. yen create any other police force and a police office apart from Ghana Police Service. Constitution also chere say parliament pa obetumi edi animu ama ya yes ade no. But ne enyenye. Enti those two powers of arrest, powers to prosecute, at the heart of it, amendment of the Constitution. Enti there were two schools of thought. Yeah, ni ejina say you can call us people who are entrenched or whatever. Say you have to amend 88 by referendum before you can create those offices. And no more also say ubetme you sue parliamentary legislation and as a statute. Now what the create our offices no. Let's say at the end of the day, you nyina say adebi nya ketasiani project into yankusade no. During the conversation and the debate about the creation of that office, something happened in Parliament.
Then it's here.
Kwame.
Kara.
One more engineer from be say, woman in Yagino. One more can say, point back on a bit me a fossil. I yes, I dare no any idea of friend. Standing authorization or delegated authorization. And they say, yeah, ma to me, sa office no bet media ye adwuma bribia. And I said the obesi office na name no independent a prosecutor no or the be ye adwuma. No ni mama no mudi emu akotene pa. The current Attorney General Dominic Ayine. Enti senior Ahmed Bamba. Banda. Mohammed Senior Banda, who was chairman MP for Offenso, I think North or South. Yeah. No, South, right?
I think it's not. I've forgotten.
No, it was Offenso South. Offenso South. Yes. No, you're chairman of the Parliamentary Committee
Select Committee.
Standing Committee.
Select Committee
on Constitutional, Parliamentary and Legal Affairs. And now move here say young adopt motion. That time the speaker, who is also taking some position in there, will come to that the right honorable Professor Makokwe. And now Dr. Ines original. Also original Mr. Speaker, Kwame Meka Hanzado.
Me too.
At column 1761 during the debate on the Office of Special Prosecutors Bill. Mr. Speaker, Dr. Ayine rose. Mr. Speaker, any objection? Dr. Ayine. Mr. Speaker, I wanted to come for clarity. Let me read where Dr. Sinabanda had read. Or say, Mr. Speaker, I beg to move clause 4, sub-clause 2, line 2, before quote, authorized, unquote, insert, quote and unquote, B. I would read 4.2, and the rendition is, quote, subject to clause 4 of Article 88 of this Constitution, the office, that is the Office of Special Prosecutor, shall for the purposes of this Act be authorized by the Attorney General to initiate and conduct the prosecution of corruption and corruption-related offences, unquote.
Why the council?
This was Banda, chairman of the committee, moving for the adoption of the bill.
Moving for the adoption, okay.
Then Dr. Ayine rose, and as Speaker Busano said, any objection? He didn't say yes or no. This is what he said, Dr. Ayine. Mr. Speaker, I wanted to propose a further amendment. In other words, he was not objecting.
He was in agreement.
He was in agreement, but was proposing a further amendment. What was it? A further amendment because we have not indicated the mode of authorization by the Attorney General. So I wanted to propose that she is authorized by the appropriate legal instrument. Then Mr. Speaker came in. Where appropriate legal process of authorization means what? Dr. Ayine, Mr. Speaker, for instance, she could do so by constitutional instrument or by legislative instrument, where it would spell out clearly what the jurisdiction of the Office of the Special Prosecutor is. This is because what we are doing here is to say that Parliament is by statute making the Attorney General authorize the special prosecutor, but she is the one who is delegating that authority, and there has to be a mode of delegation. Mr. Speaker, that is the point I am making. There's a case pending at the Supreme Court.
Yeah.
Dr. Yine say plaintiff no nene ya adwene. Say office of the special prosecutor na oni to me say or prosecute in order and additionally no oni power cry say or be arrested. These were the arguments that Justice J.N.K. Taylor advanced.
Until you are back to men and words.
Until your position no I adopt to you no I no ni anya adwene o ka so mbetuma fa kwan bi so aye no o dwane afi ho abayeye ha na onyanya onyintumu se de no gina nra no watwe afi ho onyintumu so se emreye ho sese yi no o ka ho bi ene yeyeye sama general enna cows are trapped men by their words no a back up. Then Martinamidu, the first occupant of that office, came in. Kwame article now, it is obvious he is suspecting that there's a collusion.
I was going to ask you, sir,
because in this article he makes it clear, sir, he worked carefully as the special prosecutor with the Attorney General's office for the entire period he was there without any problem. Oye Juma said the nurse say bra na Attorney General ba ko bi wo ho wo manya sinto anase haubia e wo kwan ya no mu fa so eye den na de adane ubetuma blame the occupant of the current the office currently ubetuma ka say de ne wo ho no e na ebia ode so bo no na de ono so ya Attorney General na no de so bo no bo special prosecutor na on de obefa no adi tototo ana dabi ono so no wo bi na the comments no crane the overall effect. Chairman General, who is Attorney General, you obey wa enter nolly prosecutor on cases be say enum and I say 9. Ni nyina so na on the defense
lawyer in the previous case, yeah.
Adding up to the entire you can't say you hear self vehicle way. And you hear a new office apart from the office of Attorney General. And then I know meka wo unia Samson Ladi ayeni issues say Dr. Yine wo sebi ni die bi kakra and keso di na to.
Oh really?
Kwame is compromised. I've just narrated the incident to you.
Because of his stance then and now.
Then and now, and then the entry of nolly prosecutor in cases that he was defense attorney. And that today he is using the power of the state to his advantage in a private sense. Kwame. His business there has been purely personal and partisan, none of which is national in character. President Mahama should know, say, this is the beginning, is a tipping point. The small things that make a big difference.
But President Mahama so aka say previously aka say or support the office of the OSP. So here.
Of course. And now the say you Attorney General no contradicted President Mahama position no in court. Which is the right forum to argue this matter. Etoda na ya mama koye a prophet. Because who said the woman General. I predicted it in 2018 when this bill became an act. Hear your brother in an article published on ResearchGate. We are only sitting on a time bomb for any accused person to challenge the constitutionality of the law that created the office when the special prosecutor begins his work in earnest. Whatever the outcome of such a case, the effect on the office will be dire for our constitutional process. If such a case is thrown out, it amends the constitutional provision on how entrenched provisions are amended. If it is sustained, the whole process, time, and other resources, especially money, expended, would have been a waste and a blow to the fight against corruption. We are there.
No, Pache.
Yeah, me Pache, you said, "Dear, na ye no sabre no." Yena yegyina ho say nke yenye referendum no. Ana wo mo say wo mo ne yenya adwene no. Anne Dr. Yine edwane aba babia ye gyina no. Wo mpeso begia tum say o dwane aba babia ye gyina no. Kwame. De dia akogro mu ni say sempo ne Supreme Court to kase OSP no eni tumi anase ni say won a ka ya bo bebrebe no. Me why na ekoso ano. And this is the last point I want to make.
Me too.
And this is where I make concessions.
Sorry.
I failed or I refused to go to the Supreme Court at that time on this matter.
Oh,
no, come in. I me assemble a team of 5 strong lawyers on constitutional jurisprudence. Ghana hami bubo mudia. Across.
Yeah.
A photo back on say, were you going to stand in what appeared say a unanimous decision say OSP was a vehicle to help us fight corruption? And now we come na for say fight corruption no. And then una we standing in the way na. Na me say baby. The oti anti you hu yeso so a wa hunuka. Enti yentwen so. Enti we allowed that. And near you when we so be feel say OSP no in its current existence problem be one more are you bet me cure offer that solution ni cure. Especially matter say ebi no ka say SSNka OSP no koje authorization all the time a true and executive instrument from the Attorney General. Now what Attorney General no wouldn't say woman no executive instrument no di adwuma ni ya why are you not giving it? I will say on Mr. Wansa. It means you are not even committed to the cause. And young man yen tiase say I didn't know ye no nya twumbi na ama ye bedu ha. Nka asemu ni ho. Nya twum. The lack of principle and the failure to be faithful to the law. I mean, that is why we are where we are. But as a people, no, yen kai say law is a rule of nature. Emra eye nipa yen hyehyeye munama kwa minia Pedro tie na minia emreku etie sebi me to me sa ewo nifa so na mantu ni yie a me premia no oye nipa me to me sa ko benku so na mantu ni yie a me premia Pedro eye nipa untimi nkono mo nsa na wonka se memmo onum a obebo untimi ne oba nkoda na wonka se nyinsa ma unye nyame ebeba na eduru so a na waji atum boko tibia wom situation a wom na yenya ho nyansa akọ Kwame asem ni nyina ne say even a wrong act is not so much a problem but the attempt to cover up. Me papa ka kire me say mo for kasa bi o mo say ofu bia tintin ekoja onan a eye wo honka ene tre
Nya Kabila akasa yi nanso nsem no kan ni nyina ma dwen ni say was ne IG eya adwen nsem mo kan nyina ba ko si ye no
David
nti me ba bra kwa me
oni ni nya adwo pa che say baby AG efia ba bedru ne no aye baby ono Kabila no wo hujia ho
dada I'm move to assess say we should let it work.
Yes.
That's the point.
Yes.
Nkomo ya yedi de obi be bisa no se na semben kra na esi wo sekire jama sinti a ya matumpan na
Chairman.
Office of the Special Prosecutor Act 2017 Act 959 by na botaye pa enunti ya de baye no obehunu wo ni long title ni mu o kire se ya de independent body bi ba na waba behwe wabaye nhwehwemu na wo wia on the authority of Attorney General no wasanso aye prosecution sa ena ye parliament ag2 mu na bill no so before say ye beji atum no sponsor no ye the then Attorney General ti debate akoso bebre na sisia nkomo ya yedi mimi woni say ye more legal than political enye say abenya otiswe fight the special prosecutor in any case Sesia pa prominent cases are special prosecutor or handling nyina meaning he say a non NDC nimbi and I say non member of this government count. And he say if you want to frustrate her, and now you didn't come you say OSP air prosecutor the former NPA boss, former finance minister and others. Necessary government way say anchor yebepempa. So we have to aid send a better uncle be prosecutor. So it cannot be the case say a bang epese or say an answer or bra OSP nejuma nase because the ICC akranka OSP politically it favors this government. They told you and yes NDC sa manyokuo etia OSP. There may be individuals a woman omo nyina be wo madwen kire nkomo ya abai panyi ti say honorable Ayikwe Otu awaya attorney general pen ne position on it no megidi say ne minority for bebre na enko benkrom the former deputy attorney general honorable Penka ono kura na leading the sponsorship for this bill at the time because he was a member of parliament and also a deputy minister for justice and attorney general. Actually, say we think say OSP Act no problematic. In fact, the current occupant of the position, time or core vetting, ye bisa no how he will reconcile Article 88 and Section 4 of the OSP Act no. Okay, say problematic. Na oba he will take steps after kwanye betumi afa so asisi. Na sembe na aba. Private citizen a friend mowa or damte tete and wako Supreme Court say ono na dream no or share the long title of the OSP Act no share Section 4 as a isipai ene yemra kuninimu Article 88 eboabra enu nti no Supreme Court a oman nyina yade etumi ahye omonsa se omo no mutumi ekyekye ye constitution no omo ma yehu sia etie enem says asem no ewo court nti no Peter Archibald Hyde OSP didn't ewo court ewo criminal court criminal court with an application say enem asem na ewo Supreme Court nti no anka na asem no yenya ka until say yebebia ayin na OSP echo with affidavit in opposition said that be asem when ya was Supreme Court there enable asem we anywhere emma the High Court judge na not so no I agree with OSP say obeto asem no so na branch here no esanso call general jurisdiction call warranto na no judicial review no ti say Seshirara question order ti say mandamus call warrant your pen say call warrant to the okoni na bra Kwame say to me no OSP edi na asem no ewo the criminal court no yen fra no no mra metire to me no eno asa na ti o call warrant to prophet tintin elati tintin na no say bra na be kire to me a wugina so nti OSP so koi eno o kire say ni to me no ewo OSP Act ni mu na court ka say enye interpretation nti ehwa na confusion kakraba no enye interpretation on why because only sa to me no na mom ko warrant to dey say the bar obetumi abisa say for to me bra o de kire na ase koso na koye wadwuma na de wodi aba ne de o de toto ye constitution ni ho a erekania ye say woni sa to me no enu nti no wontumi entoa so prosecute matter no
mari bisa be we lawyer ni na sasa case that was Supreme Court
but that was Supreme Court
order that inti na High Court be
inti High Court no judicial review cases injunction money Seshirara ne mandamus ne ko warranto High Court ewo jurisdiction obetimi atena so then interpretation of the constitution is the only jurisdiction we no medical catch say the criminal court no kra na Archibald edical raise issue no ho court 90 no ema OSP proceed eno akose sadia me for interpretation every OSP number no make can say to me then na owa or digina so na what they are prosecuting me no but what I say inti court na interpret constitution no eno bisa OSP o say OSP to me now the aba no what say the act establishing the OSP eno enye enough say it to me a man of prosecutorial powers because who share the wording of 88 or say all a prosecution into a has not been determined and a Supreme Court case in so has not been heard into a more legal issue me position here Attorney General and a sponsor the OSP bill and ye pass ye section 13 Emma Attorney General indictment of LI and from actions in Libya the Attorney General office does for the OSP. And no you considered opinion.
Okay.
However, no, you better claim a Supreme Court now. And it's out to me now.
Just a quick one answer. Maybe Kabila can say 18. Let's say from 2017 years 2018 I be seen then. Na sikaya shri wa OSP. Let's say what do you mean?
I know you second why OSP cases in court
now in limbo. Yeah. So limbo.
Management opinion. Any the position of the Attorney General now.
Okay.
Now any the position of the court. The idea is simple. Any sadia. The court no bet me can now will go to the point say kwana kwaje authorization for Attorney General. Now when test no one. Say you know Ghana. Into OSP. What the court Emma Attorney General now say oh it will do the authorization unreasonably again for you if you list all the cases you give to the Attorney General either by a fiat or an executive instrument now I'm authorization because Yoko LGB police LGB Senate 4GB ECGDB in fact Minerals Commission is even in the process of requesting for same it is prosecutorial powers now what Attorney General in our constitution are entrenched and run so I say and no kwa bet me delegate
okay
I don't think the delegate be amabia into the worst case scenario nyina say ko na kwaji authorization no say 100 cases now will investigating now you envisage to prosecutor what listening in amano say Ghana for nyina wo ha ye behu Attorney General be withhold you the authorization unreasonably Ghana for nyina will talk about it and for me why I say it no when he say Attorney General we say if there is any request for authorization for prosecution on corruption and corruption related matters because OSP Act no clearly defined though on investigating armed robbery unless it is related to corruption or corruption related matter on investigating any other matter except corruption and corruption related issues into when there
okay
because the worst case scenario will be that court measure OSP say anytime you want to prosecute Attorney General Attorney General because all now authorization
but interestingly Dr. Mafo or a former MP of Orikrom Dr. Emmanuel Mafo brings a very interesting bit.
He was in Parliament then.
Yes, as a Chairman General, I recall the debate of the OSP bill during the Committee on Constitutional and Legal Affairs meeting in Kofodia vividly. Article 88 and the granting of prosecutorial powers to the OSP took us more than a day. We, the majority at the time, used our numbers to insist on the same controversial clause that the minority claimed was a contravention to Article 88.3, and we hid behind the spirit in 88.4 to grant same powers. As if I was a prophet, I knew this would bring trouble one day. Alas, here the day comes. Dr. Malfo, former MP of Orikrom. Interesting twist. Audition Chairman, know that the learned individuals don't know what is wrong and right. They are blinded by partisan politics and hypocrisy. Time will tell. Audition Ajabeng in her show.
By the law, there's nothing.
The law is not the problem.
Elizabeth Tutu is in Chicago, USA. Birthday blessings from Accra to you.
Administer it. And the people who are called upon to obey it.
Interesting.
Hubert Humphrey, 1965, the cause is mankind.
Kwampoku CIDC Mimbisa Pedro. What are we going to court for a mandamus ordering the Attorney General to give the OSP an authorization? This is proper law. What do you think?
Yes, lawyers mostly they don't even agree on some, but I think so. Court, honestly, there are certain things that the court will not want to do that. But yes, they could do what a court then be determined because compelling the Attorney General to grant authorization then might be municipal. That is me my thinking. But you bet me a court on that matter. Make I Professor Kluche or Mandamus case be on a freehold interest. Say Emranesi to be my freehold interest. Or say in a bush assassin and I the amano. Now could register Lands Commission for some register because it is freehold. Of course, court Mandamus to compare the Lands Commission officer to go and register his land for him. At that time, no a family land. They say an Act 1036. Yeah, they say since you the family land or stool land or nini na to be my freehold interest. So you can test the law.
Right. Never Pajabram.
Chairman, me say anope ma minfa we free kasido na minchia Dr. Mamudu Baumia.
Ojodo
Bia nyami onka no ho na onhyira no. Na minchia na nakobena nketia.
Papa bi.
Mijizi de anope yebonizi na no fata. He's a distinguished man. Na o ardent listeners bi. What's the biamba nka ho nasam. Abranti Crofon Kojo Roxen. Or ye Methodist sofu bia no yes of pain kese pa sofu Roxen neba pain. Waka baby nyame fa ne kan see ye. Na ma me chairman Bename ano pay mi chia won papa.
Kojo Roxen waka baby damen.
Kojo Roxen nke baby ne papa. Sofu Roxen in America.
Okay.
Kojo Roxen do retail.
Ntina
can say util papa.
I'm a me mashum.
Ardent supporter.
Madana say.
Nti us in there the man bonizina. Na anope why me do there Ira Alhaji Imoro Igala Yakai no Ghana se biba no suma jizi de ofata de ye be kai no ehwa oye minister na mara me grand uncle.
Okay.
Great grand uncle Kwame Nkrumah na ojinizi papa nti oma o survey not less than 4 ministries. O survey as a minister for health, survey as minister for external affairs and foreign affairs. O survey as minister for information, no survey as minister for industries.
That's correct.
Use the entire dam portfolio.
No, here the Ghana Cocoa Board, Cocoa Marketing Board.
If you suppose no son ye MP for Tumu.
Yeah, 54.
Wabra Dambreno na Queen Elizabeth II na oye monarch kesipa yedosum na Noble Aden Clark na no oye Governor General.
Sir Charles Noble Aden Clark. Hey, e dinga best you say dinga school.
Kwame Nkrumah my great uncle. Great grand uncle. Oye Kwame Nkrumah. No so oye prime minister.
Osaji for one.
Na say chairman enyim de Kwame Nkrumah ofin so ayem.
Takwa na mi. Okay.
Ti bia anyim ame no ye ntem but obusuanyi direct.
Na waka kan say munchi so fi wenchi.
Na anope ya da nyame ase de nyame mfa ne kransie ye. Nyame mfa ne kransie ye oni na Alhaji Imoro Igala nyina nyame mfa nti oyem de ode mampanyin kufo okoya okoto book zihye ne nyiminyam na sama kanedam wi chairman Ghana ha ya me statistics lecture bi no kade Ghana yenyi problem ya create problem na ya san ya solve you could create na ya san solve. There's no problem here. Ma yere ko yere keka oye OSP and article 88 of our constitution muhu ohawbia ameze owom na men kasa de a lawyer. Onam there, meka oye Mustafa Hamid and others legal team no meka.
Okay.
And that na mo high court. The same matter. Nti mempede meka ho bi Sunday. You take a decision sibia. You expect the court to respond accordingly.
Matase.
Amemaka ho bi.
Matase.
Na
chede unbon
America na America dem ye Ghana nyi na me cheche mbre no mu. Se ehwe ye mbra kunyi na ebre bia onye 1992 constitution no na oye any other law passed by parliament and any mandated body bia no o share ye mbra kunyi constitution ase. The constitution is the supreme law of the land. Mbre bia nyu osen yembra kuni no or the Ghana for tase dem. Ya yembra that shim de constitution no ena oye ohenepon ahemfo wa kan nyina hye constitution as. Nti so ohene bi kasa na so wagitum wo ni jurisdiction na ni memu ho a na so obehia ohenepon no ohenepon kade the masam ye kan onye madwen nhia pun asam ye wi mo ohenepon aka no ona odo bia ojutu dam ne aye yembra na abadin tin America dam nya 1992 constitution no
ona oyo ohenepon
wona wa kan nyina mbra wa kan nyina che dam ohenepon na ase enna constitution se ohempon se ansana emre bia obia bako court gide ya di tum na maame da me na mede dam nipa no bako court ena yeshia omani nyina yeshia ne yese mampo ya henpon unsam na wadwuma na yekese dodo nti to iku bia wono ubotu waboa na why investigations bi on criminal matters bi amo na emum se ku no why dam investigations ni wia na so worbokọ ubotu anamọ no wadam asem ho a umaji utum no fentu dam anamọ no asem ni nyina ni
I can mankan could be told. I say the law that established the OSP office indicated that the OSP can only prosecute upon the authority of the Attorney General. So if the AG is refusing to act, then it is only proper that the court orders the AG to do what is expected of him. Therefore, mandamus will suffice.
Arguably, but Article 88 of our Constitution and Clause 3, and with your permission I read, also the Attorney General shall be responsible for the initiation and conduct of all, and the key word here is shall. For the initiation and conduct of all prosecutions of criminal offenses. All. When you be in film. About section 3, subsection 2 of Act 959. Yeah, can one say why establish OSP? Ono so ba sam no reka. O say afibiara OSP obe investigate na efi so wa bomozen odi bia court no yomu bu hunkontai onfa nkyere oye Attorney General oye section 3 eba section 42 a onu pode wa man responsibility direct e was section 42 o say ati biara anamon biara on prosecution OSP obi take no onso oye shallow oye there oji tum oji fee Attorney General simplicity Here can legislation here can they or expand or explain the act. No so an act no. You want to do eba hinsema you want mahin you would divisional chief you would dikro. Until legislation don't know your dikro. Into one point don't do. Sabia paramount chief po a division po no ababu do paramount. Until odikro no kanasem but odikro no do some oye divisional chief no. Na division no so na oye yan act ya yer kan wasemi. E no say answer na per section 42 or say OSP o twanamon biara oye de okwaje tum odifi oye
Attorney General
per article 88. And with your permission I read that one. Me misquote or say subject to clause 4 of article 88 of the Constitution, the office shall, for the purposes of this act, be authorized. Shall of this act be authorized by the Attorney General to initiate and conduct the prosecution of corruption and corruption-related offences.
Okay.
Into a day seeking authority from the Attorney General.
Okay.
Now, Chairman.
Yes, sir.
I hula balu wa kodini na oye amanyo sem politics ya debia Ghana ye ya seni na NDC MPP na make sure the NDC bibia propaganda. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine that? Yura Martinamidu Abra oye OSP penyin na NPP in government yaka kade or de Martinamidu obeji permission odifi Attorney General nka Ghana bobutu but didn't know de Martinamidu obabeji authority from the Attorney General before obe prosecute nka munu yaka kabi oti eni matakari nka some obeja platform do and why a gentleman answer over power ehun no ka se ho a nenwa ko hey and then who not know why propaganda and then why gentle and say a minerals commission cash no back can't pay the bill. Why send the space? Why send them to come out? I bet now abakara orchestra abakara sofo I hear you hen abakara no sofo ha also no onye tell on you
na menyin pedo demo
me say I will be senator now original platform do kasa eduma why am president Mahama na what time na be minerals commission I don't pay you no was no opera dey be on fa nye because wa bre dam no mean some no asem ko scam pay do minerals commission
obamim obenyina na no nyi minerals commission ya no eku
no yeah in charge of them one was referred to corporate mining adi
dem tell ya no
eku why ejuma no na onyim ni mu nkakra nkenti dem wo hwe mo aye no anye no was our best no question to be yeah the table mo propagandist engineer into mutual friends be into chairman
yeah
mamre kan nyina yi de se Nanado Dankwa Akufo-Addo.
No.
Ichia nkesepa. Sene Penodo na Martin Amidu oye OSP. Ena yere kade oye de Martin Amidu obeje authorization from the Attorney General nka Ghana butui.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, but sisiara oye court no aka on. Onye NDC no aka bia.
Amenya mindru court level po. Mindru court level. Me say
but since you are
we are creating a storm in a teacup because I'm running a clear
and it favors your case.
May you meet to her. Miss Minkasa there, be a lawyer.
Actually, you spoke like a lawyer.
And see, I'm a make a mass of them. You're gonna there, Article 88 or your clear there, Bibiara,
but now Parliament, yeah. we pass Act 959. Article 88 here clear. But since our favor case,
Pocho. Ekasa na mo.
Okay,
Ekasa na mo. Ha wona mi edi na me hwenyu. Inti say Article 88. Ni nyina yenyim de oyenyen bra kunyina. Na school of thought or there until Article 88 is amended. So be it. So be it. Because there indeed authorize OSP. Mami yenye there or patch there Article 88 and now OSP Act 959 in the patch there or you independent intino onyi bia nyasam. Indeed, who appoints or nominates even the OSP? That's where we must even concern all these things. OSP nankasa no one no nominated.
Attorney General.
No say.
The man say me dani e kan. It's a mess room.
No say.
The how OSP now na nominate Attorney General. Eso ese enejuma no chi do beji. Won do nyima mra.
Nti ame mamenyimnye there. Say Attorney General nominate OSP. Ose mama ojuma part of because mejuma no so. Nti mama a section of my work for you to support me. And pass also obey hands oye investigation, initiation, prosecutorial activities. Obobwa say OSP no wa. It's a simple matter. So constitution is the authorization. Yes. Them case in a me prosecute by executive instrument or whatever instrument that could be created. Ekwanage. Say wanya, then we can fall on the mandamus as being prescribed. Yeah. So wanya, then we say no, do it. Yendru hokra, yes, yen call authorization biara. Until we are challenging all these things in court. Matter biara or biara, yes, the OSP can continue with it by seeking authorization. And I think there, so all year about Mama for raise issues in there, young selective justice. Because and when you CCRA Attorney General, Otum Kadetua, you two Yaganeska, now you 60%.
And I'll call yes, I only prosecute a Unibank. Any case. In your swan, Asama Kwame, I'm Brapany, let's face it. We are okay. Yana Koye. On you be an Shaya young for Article 290 Mra. Near teacher constitution near Casabia entrenched. A being entrenched. And you'll be on a catcher say entrenched provisions, no, yet the referendum never yet. So if we are so concerned that Article 88 giving all powers to Attorney General problematic. Near Pasaa change, near ma obinum so other prosecutorial powers, near ma other police phobia so arrest powers. Why don't we go through the right motions? And this thing is facing us. Now the worst part is Omwa and Ra. Almost intellectually,
deviate from the assembly there. Say to me, Megan is a car. Say. It will be against the car. Not here now, Tony, but now on a different one. Either there, Bakade, Nolly Prosequa. Coffee free.
This is being unfair to the person of the
another to 60%. Now 40% no work candidate.
No, that. Or more, no more. They are small. For the people, are very friendly to and no, they are fire. So
80 million, sir. Quabutrinic prempent, Quabutra 150 million, sir. Babosu two.
Rapani, Dedi Kai. Fancy Pen for say a year Namian Sakai or more the 150th anniversary from 24th to 26th of April.
24th to 26th
of April 2026.
I'm going to the launch.
In fact, the entire celebration and almost it's going to be a year long.
Yeah.
Launch event, no, but the event itself had towards the celebration of the one year long celebration.
Jama kanti na Kwame na dan kana mahane.
I'm say kan ho pepe. Omo fana wo Cape Coast.
Okay.
But chairman, enyim there mfansepel bobo wana bado. I mean 150th anniversary, eh?
Yeah.
Or the best timer was celebrating one anniversary. Now we invited the best person they can lay their hand on.
I decided for
now Jonah. Santa Claus, a disco boy.
Yeah, that's it.
And he
spoke well.
Yes.
Uncle Sam spoke.
He really delivered.
Chairman General, near Tosubio, say, and China, ye copy me Papa Penny, George in Sia, Crabre. Na ye kwa yino, ye near Bakwa, Wadaroma, ena, Fidie, so Mashiano, so mean face to face. Nana Ansa, aka Uncle Bo, CEO of Leans and Clergy Gents Sewing Center, Kumasi.
Okay.
We are experts in clergy wears, ropes, nails.
Sorry,
Kwame.
Entire.
Na ope was say Kwamna a year Ayana went to me ama and so the mayor mamma say may ye ropes and ma modakoma ashes. May say why yet nice ropes for ashes are in Sia. Namia Aduma Babiana me Papa George in Sia awesome Elio Prince Emmanuel SDH at Kintampo. Yet the bedroom
Rose in Sia and any dins with the George in Sia.
May I say, are you on a strategic man? Kwame, may I say that is a mom. I will be concluding remarks in here. Yentie, Netoda Yentie. I have never contradicted myself. My position remains to say, any office, including Yoko, OSP, a year. If you like, an amendment on Article 88, no, to the extent of their existence without a referendum, they constitute unconstitutionality.
Peace.
However, me only one Ghanaian. Majority of Ghanaians through our representatives in Parliament, I can say, Sir Kwanya Yafaso Akreti OSP Act, among legislations, you know. And no more yet a way you bet me dia cooketasian prayer. Many of me agreeing on. Now, what is my beef here? My beef is that the Attorney General, Dr. Dominic Ayine, wants to have his cake and eat it. Or contradicting me position now me kuta sa time no by agreeing with the position say Yemfa OSP Act. No, so just say either CI or LI. Na yemfa cure problem and I may say what say to me yes our offices no I amount to amendment of Article 88 without a referendum no by having an ally and no more and now what be Attorney General subaya wada na di say the entire near fresh our office no and pay yes our office no because who cases are now defending against the state no and then what be internally prosecute. Two, who would the Supreme Court kase office no krano yen free ho na who kasa pese ye be kai wo say enra de wo ye nie na wo nya so faso bi because you are counted as one of those who promoted that act. And you say that me I'm contradicting myself. I'm sorry, then you're not listening to me.
Right. Kwara no monsieur mami. Muchacho says Chairman General, next year you guys will see proper celebration. Achimota School at 100 is pending. Motown 100. Living waters to a thirsty land. By the way, kudos to Kwabuche, the black and red boys. Asana Ameko Pedro Son, Obi say happy birthday to Isaac Osei Obeng Ejabeng. Enti Isaac Osei Obeng Ejabeng, we teach any our trade the circuit, our Echima Kwama Municipal. Happy birthday to you. And one to Nadia Labi Budu of Talented Royals International School from your parents, Mr. and Mrs. Budu and their siblings. One to Miss Juliet Edu of Tabora from your prodigal sister Angel Osei Sewa. Reverend Asante Date at 69. Also for Penny, happy birthday to you, Reverend Asante Date. Happy birthday number 69. And this one also goes out to Mr. Johnny Yanka, AKJY. Birthday blessings to you. Pedro Yampoen.
Kwame.
Yes, sir.
nti ye din common bia kire nsem na about say ye office of the special prosecutor and free one there. But he said the leader of the NDC is the president of the republic. We're making the position clear. Into the Dafiamepo ana yarega ka nyina no null and void enimu enyina. Na the Attorney General holds fidelity to the Constitution and to the people of Ghana. And on to me say there are some court. Na say ordinary statement of case echo Supreme Court. And was say statement of case no is it in conformity with law? International or the court no on can say ye more office of the special prosecutor name he is laying emphasis on the provisions in Article 88. Inti me personally me who boni biawaye me considered opinion on my young message, and I know it is unpopular, but other lawyers too support that same view. However, me when he say assembly ni ho the office of the Special Prosecutor Act nankasa kwa actually from the long title say e was so authorization before prosecution. However, investigation the obetimi freely. Section 4 2 so as actually say even though you're independent, it is subject to the Constitution and until so be prosecution and was say or yes subject to authorization from the Attorney General. Authorization no e bi mu feel say implied the ya ni actually say authorization no has been given. E bi so feel say I was say express ni say Attorney General emma a fiat or an EI. Eno assembly ni won ti say o person prosecutor fakwa Attorney General say one farmer why ye wo ha be kan wan sem na bra kwa medi twa to no na wo last AOB issues ne ba kwa afio say economic buoyancy no cosmetic says finance minister no kre o Ghana economy says ya na eba macroeconomic side na inflation indicators ni nyina ye policy rate ye o hwe the CD appreciation yes me can say about where you're victim of its own successes because aban biaba e normal bo akosoro ye de ye ba na normal bo take off nti na so e man ho meso kakra bia meba normal bo no
Pedro no more can afeni me
e man ho meso kakra bia na fedie nkofu ahase di nam chenchen no moto tobo baba park so na anu so omokwe na yentumi ntofu yentumi CD atete apansam ene economy na stabilizing into no omuka say yentumi sustain the CD no ene ya sustain ma businessmen etumi enya hotoso eyo business enu mu no ena ye big push wom enu mu ena sisia no free stress first year for your mom school fees tertiary university tertiary institution ye tua mom na omo people living with disability omo wo yesu apon mu so ye tua mom yes also the primary healthcare economy yawo and social sanoma
Pedro nye kan efeni me hu bibia
meanwhile bra Kwame yetumi ayi betting levy na free ho levy ya mekudu ka mo kwatra parliament de be sha ye kom so ye pe yempio ya mo ye tua tax cross to me de levy be sha ye ye free ho bra Kwame ye din komo ya covid levy ya covid ko ye na still etwentwen ye su ye ye free ho inti economy ne de ye cosmetic
me that's it me come nim aseme ka fa ho ne fe ne me hu no kra ewom Sampan says Kwaboche guys, the Hilltop boys are disco and the rest should note that their master is watching from afar. Apsu action quoting. Now I am happy. Have you seen?
I got it right.
Now, I'm happy. Have you seen the proper Pedro? That is the one now talking. And then let me see. Yes. Obisi or Kwame about something. Okay, once again, 2000. Elizabeth Tutu, Sauti Mianapaya. Once again, birthday blessings to Elizabeth Tutu in Chicago, USA. It's from your father, Tony Tutu, your mother, and all your siblings, all in the USA. Happy birthday to you, Elizabeth Tutu. Have a beautiful, beautiful one. They say me 2001. Now,
Mpocho. Okay, I will consider Mpocho.
chairman
Mekumite.
eba esora ahomachi na betina ha na ahwe dama ye nyina ebekeka bibi na yeze hina adwena aboa magana wafa ne tampefra ehwe sacrifices a aye wo Ghana ha se ye quantify na yeze yesikema nka wasidaze nkodo so papa
nyame ne da na se
na se ye kansam wa ha na se bi begina do o ze take decisions bia oho wadwen chama bazinti na America dam se inde aban bi aba na ibiri kire na adwen especially in the mining industry de onye feel de nyipa kwor ye besesa mining concessions akesa wo Ghana ye za ma no na yeyi ibini zenze ono so ye Ghana nyu ti the rock show ono so yeyi ne ze da to nchan na ibize esesa concessions ye ze man na ye chechirem de ye wazi nyina ho kwan na nyene nyina na ofatan na so oba ne de ibi people will suffer because ebia onyimrekuduka mrekuduka se no akatena radio do waka da masa minti ye transfer wona bia onyim pocho
obi onyim litigation
mrekuduka biara or de ye transfer no ma wo minerals commission CCR se enyim mrekuduka mpa akasada since me make them comment the next day what or transfer one nyina together obia onyim mrekuduka ya na fitakwa na no kwado bebia you be transferred and that has happened at the Minerals Commission or a very sad moment at the Minerals Commission. Pedro Yedina Mukasa kasa na mo enti mesede those things are unnecessary. As a WhatsApp person at the mine or me jurisdiction, I'll continue to comment on it irrespective. Usande Wasafu we also deserve better.
Okay.
We deserve better. It doesn't mean that our people must be transferred. Since the Minerals Commission or Watakwa, they've all been transferred. After I mean that
Boateng and Nkofo, our transfer one has nothing to do with you. Well, it's a massive transfer at the Minerals Commission.
At this point, I'm not going to go to private matters.
Massive one.
Media more